Hello everyone, welcome to the LillyPillyStitches studio vlog. My name's Lisa and I'm coming to you from Brisbane in Queensland, Australia. Sorry for sooty barking there. I've just come out on the veranda. Wayne's got Toastmasters online today. So I thought I'll come out and record a video, and now of course the dogs want to bark. Just my luck. So yeah, I'm just out on my front deck and thought I'd check in. I haven't got a lot to share. Sooty. I haven't got a lot to share, but yeah, just thought I'd check in. So I have no real finishes to show you on my Instagram. I don't know if I shared it on here. If I can, I'll add a photo in. I did finish a hat for Wayne before he went to New Zealand, and I'm not sure if I shared that with you yet. Oh, it's Barry, the brush turkey, I think, is down there, scratching around. It's nesting season. He won't get to do that much longer because we're getting an electric gate put in at the front, and the dogs will have the run of the front yard, so he won't be happy about that. Yeah, so I had an FFO, which was a hat that I knit for Wayne before he went to New Zealand. It's a hipster hat by Petite Knit and was knit in Sunless Garn Double Sunday by Petite Knit in a green, like a vibrant green colour, which was really nice. So today I've got 2 knitting whips and a new acquisition basket and a new start for cross stitch for the retreat that I'm going to next year, which I'm very excited about, which is Mrs. Nicola Parkman's Academy of Needlework, which will be held in Hobart next May, with a stitch in time in Hobart. So I'm very excited about that, and excited to meet Nicola. I love stitching Hands Across the Sea samplers, so I'm very excited about that. Yeah, so let's get into it. I'll show the knitting whips first, and then I'll show you the cross stitch. They won't take long, so hang in there, or you could just fast forward a little bit if you're not here for the knitting. So I started a Cozy Memories blanket, and see if I've got, actually, here's my bulgur basket that Wayne bought me. Isn't it lovely? It's ginormous, super light. Really love these. They're very, very light. So then I can fit everything in here. I love it. There is a smaller one you can get, which I might, for just carrying like one project with me when I'm out and about. But this is great to have next to my chow. Although I have to watch the dogs don't want to fish around for something in there. So I started a Cozy Memories blanket, but I started it on the call for needles, and as I was knitting it up, I just wasn't happy with the structure of the fabric. It was a bit too loosey-goosey for me. So I started this one. Oops, still attached to the yarn. Sorry, the light's going behind that. Yeah, so I started and I just wasn't happy with the fabric I was getting, so I decided to not go any further with that one. And I restarted and I'm much happier. I got smaller needles. What are these? 2.25 millimeter, I think. I don't know. I'll have to look it up and put it in my Ravelry. But yeah, I'm very happy with how it's come out so far. So I've got pink, this mauve colour, and then this, I did this blue colour, and then I decided to add in a little bit of this Edison bulb. It's much brighter, it's like fluoro yellow, and then some more of this to finish it off. And then this one is a self-striping sock yarn, which is stranded or gauge dye works, and it's the colours of, it's dyed to match the colours of the London Underground train stations. So I'm up to magenta, and I'm almost ready to finish this square and start a new one. So I'm just going to do a big long strip, then come back and do another long strip attached and just keep going. So once I get it the length that I'm happy with, I'll then start a new strip going down. And I don't know why I took so long to come to this, because it's so easy. I need to get shorter needles. I thought I had some, I don't even know if they're in the right size anyway, but I thought I had those little flexi grip needles, which would be perfect. But I'll have to see if I can get some in the right size so I can keep going with just smaller needles, because you don't need much for a little square. It's a free pattern. I'll see if I can link it below. It was, you cast on 48 stitches. Yep. So, and then it's very simple garter, and then on one side you do knit 2 together before the marker, and then knit 2 together after the marker, and that's it. And then the rest is just knitting. So it's a very simple thing. And then the hardest bit is just picking up stitches at the end, which is not really that hard. I just recommend going loose, because then when you come back to knit it, it's not too tight to knit those first stitches. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing there with that one. This is actually the London Underground one, so there's lots of colours in there. And this was the blue yarn. That's all I have left of that one. And then this was the, oh no, I don't have any left of that one. That yellow one was Edison Bulb by Madeline Tosh. It's a cashmere blend, that one. So that's what I'm doing with that. Yeah. So that's that project. I'll put a link to where I got my BGA basket from. It was really good. Sometimes, sorry, sometimes places you buy it from, it comes flat and then you have to wet it, and then it sort of expands out and goes back into its basket shape. But this one, it came in a big box, not squished down, so that was really nice. I like that. And very reasonably priced, from an Australian website. So that's that one. The next one is a sock I'm knitting for Wayne. So this is the sock I've already finished ages ago, and this is yarn that I dyed myself. So I got the yarn undyed from Nundle Woolen Mill, and it's a merino sock yarn, and I dyed it using dyes from Craft Colourworks, with a K. And then this one I dyed myself as well. And yeah, so all dyed by me, knit by me. So that's socks for Wayne. And I made it extra long for going in his shoe. This is probably the last sock, I'm not saying never, but this is the last fingering weight sock I plan to knit, because it's very slow going for me, and Wayne likes the thicker, chunkier socks anyway for putting in his steel cap boots for work. So if I make more for him, I'm gonna be doing DK weight socks that go much faster, so you get it done quicker. I usually do him 1 pair a year, and yeah, so I'll be making them out of DK next time. So I still have another ball of this, so I don't know what I'll do with the next lot. So yeah, so this is where I'm up to here. I've done the cuff and just working down the leg, and I think I've just got a couple of inches to go. Wait on. Oh, maybe only 1.5 inches till I get to the heel. And I like doing the afterthought heel now, so I just do that, and then come back and insert a toe instead of the heel, but for the heel. And but I think I knit a few rows first, and then I start doing the toes for a decreased toe, rounded toe, and that's the heel. So what I do is I follow this tutorial, which I'll try and remember. I have put it down the bottom in my other videos. I'll see if I can find it and put it down again down the bottom. But basically what you do when you're ready to put where the heel goes in, you need to allow, I think it's 2 inches for the heel. So when you come to the point where you're ready to insert the heel, you get some waste yarn in a different color, and you literally knit across. So once you get to the end of your round, you knit across one needle with that waste yarn, then you slip the stitches back onto the needle, and then you continue knitting in your usual yarn that you're already using, and then that's where you can insert the heel later. You come back and you can insert the heel. So and then I put a bulb pin at each end to indicate where the first stitch is and the last stitch is that I'll have to pick up, and it's really easy, very, very easy to follow. So yeah, so that's what I've done so far. Just a 2x2 rib cuff for about 2 inches, and maybe, yeah, 2 inches, and then I just work down the leg. So I do have this recipe on my Ravelry page for Wayne socks, which you can have a look at, but basically that's my vanilla sock recipe, is just 2x2 rib. I forget how many, I'll have it in my Ravelry, how many stitches I pick up, and then I just, and how far I knit down before I start put the heel thing in, and then I knit down, so about 3.5 inches or something for the foot, and then put the toe in. So that's that. So next is my brand new whip. Needs something to put behind it. Ugh. So this is the little sampler we're stitching on for Mrs. Parkman's Needlework Academy, and you're meant to, like, we've just been given the pattern with for Maria Rigby, which she'll release later on to everybody, but at the moment this one she's just given it to us with just the chart, and it's black and white, and you don't know what colors are used in the sampler, and she's getting us to experiment with color, and you pick your own colors and decide for yourself how you want to stitch it. So some people are noting down the symbols and what color they're using, and then people like me are just winging it, just picking as I go, and not following, not sort of, the Cara John came to get a bit of ham off the veranda that I put there, so the dogs don't like that. So Cara Wong, I should say, not Cara John. So yeah, so this sampler has a giraffe in it, some flowers in an urn, a lovely saying, and an alphabet, and a couple of rows of, like, just different styles of border stitches. And then you're meant to also, if you want to embellish it with fancy stitches, you can have a practice of doing eyelets, or, you know, whatever stitches you want to add in, as well as picking your own colours. So this is on 36 count French pear by number 12 Stitch Co. It's a beautiful soft green colour, and I'll tell you what I'm doing. So this here is my booklight, and you can't really, it's got like 5 settings, and it doesn't look like it's doing anything there because I'm outside, but it's enough light to sit in front of the TV and stitch with Wayne without disturbing Wayne with the bright light. So it's sort of coming out a bit dark here, and this looks a bit cream, but it's actually green. So Cottage Garden Threads Oregano for the border. Cottage Garden threads. I think it's called Vintage Rose. And then there's a red, I can't remember which one, I'll have to note it down, in the Cottage Garden threads, like a red colour for the chain. And then Cottage Garden threads Old Rose or Old Tea Rose or something. It's like a lavender pink for this alphabet. And then Cottage Garden threads, I can't remember what the name of the blue is, but it's the blue colour, which I'll make a note of all of these for when I'm sharing the final thing. And then I think I used oregano for some of this, and 371 DMC in this palm tree. And then this one is a mixture of colours for the giraffe. So the giraffe, oh yeah, so in the palm tree I think I used 3011 DMC and onion skin, and I forgot to show you the blingy bit. Oh, so for the, I'm also using onion skin in here, I think. For this crown, I decided to use some PB01 treasure braid for the outline, and then some Weeks Dye Works onion skin for the center. And then I added, using treasure braid, I added a bead, Mill Hill bead treasure thing from one of my Mirabilia kits, and it's like an orangey color, and it's number 13007, because I figured Maria, if she had access to fancy thread, she'd use it. And beads. So I thought a crown, you got to have some bling on the crown because it's fancy. So just sit that there. So for the giraffe, I'm using DMC 782. DMC 7826 and 3047. There you go. So that's what I've done. So I'll share more of that on my Instagram page as I do more, or on my LillyPillyStitches page, but I'm really loving this so far. This has been quite tricky, this giraffe, because it's a bit fiddly, so I've got to the point now where I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to do the outline and then fill it in how I like. I'm not going to follow the pattern exactly. Okay, so that's all my whips to share. And then I thought I'd share this. I wanted to do a retreat, like a gift exchange, and I'm going to use my free pattern, which is a Christmas one. It's called Christmas Postcard. It's on my LillyPillyStitches Facebook page for free under the Files tab. I have lots of well, not lots, but a few patterns in there for free if you want to have a look. And I got this one from Nicola from number 12 Stitch Co. And this is, oh, sorry. So that's her card. She's on Etsy. I'm sure you've all heard about her if you do samplers, because she's been spoken about. Her fabrics have been used by Brenda and Laura of Brenda the Serial Starter, Laura the Serial Starter. Anyway, you know what I mean. So she always includes a project card to put on the back of your project, which I love. It's always got some vintage picture. And then I got this sweet little piece of 40 count ice rose, 13 by 17 inches, to do my postcard, and I'll have some left over. And it's just this beautiful, soft Ice Vovo pink. Yeah, I don't know, you can't really tell there, but it's really pretty. Very delicate, like ballet slipper pink. That's the thing I'm going for. So I've got that to use, so that's divine. And I'll also be giving I've got another free chart which I'm going to give extra as an extra gift, is my Floss Friends little pin keep with some counting pins in it. So what I'm doing, you can get this free pattern if you're going to retreat or you want to just do something for a friend, a little gift. I have a free pattern called Floss Friends, and there's an extra alphabet in there as a separate, an extra file. But that's on my LillyPillyStitches Facebook page under the Files tab, and it's just got Floss Friends with some little reels of thread. And it's a great one to stitch up really quick and easy with some leftover fabric for a friend and make into a little pin keep. So I'm going to give that as well. And then I'm doing up I've designed a postcard that has like an old photograph from family from the turn of the century on one side, and then the other side is the free chart for Floss Friends, and then below it is like QR codes to my Etsy shop and my social media pages and YouTube channel, and then a little blurb about me to give out at the retreat, along with I'm going to make 100 odd, I think there's about 117 people going. I'm going to make about 117 teapot pins, counting pins, that I normally used to sell in my shop. So I've got everything but the beads that I need to do those. So I'll get those soon and start making these, and that's what I'll give out with the postcard at the retreat. Yeah, so that's all that. And then on books, let me know below what you're reading now. I'm almost halfway through When the Moon Hatched by Sarah Parker, and it's basically enemies to lovers, dragons series. It's the first book. I'm assuming there'll be others come out. It's very slow to get into because there's a lot of world building. So I struggled for the first bit, and then when I got to about 160 pages in, it started to get really good. So I'm really enjoying it now. It's getting interesting. But yeah, it's a slow one, but I think this is going to be a big series, so I'm just taking it as it comes. You know, I don't think that's a negative necessarily. It's just, you know, there's a lot to take in. So yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. And then I think the next book I'll read is Tempest of Tea. I forget the author's name. I'll put it down below. So I might... Oh, no. Depends. If I get this finished soon, that's what I'll read next. Otherwise, I might wait to get into anything until... because at the end of October, the next Kerry Maniscalco book is Throne of Shadows, Throne of Shadows or something. That's coming out on the 29th of October, so I've got that pre-ordered. And then, yeah, I can't wait till the end of the year, because then Onyx Storm's coming out in January, in the new year. But yeah, so if I get this done soon, then I'll read Tempest of Tea, because it's not a huge book. And then I'll be looking forward to starting the next Kerry Maniscalco book, which I can thoroughly recommend her series. It's got demons and that in, and witches. So if you're into that, you'll enjoy it. So yeah, so that's all. So let me know what you're reading, what you're stitching or knitting, and I'll check in with you soon. hopefully before, I think it's been more than 4 weeks this time, so trying to keep it to a month. So hopefully sometime next month, closer to Halloween. My birthday's next month, so I'm excited for that. But yeah, till then, happy stitching, happy knitting, crocheting, whatever crafting you're doing, and reading, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye. Happy birthday, Dawn. It's FrostyXStitch, aka Dawn. It's her birthday today, and she's having a wonderful time at the retreat she organised in Basel, Switzerland. So happy birthday, and I can already see that you're having a great time at the retreat, and it looks like a great success, and I hope you have a lovely remainder of the weekend. Yeah, so if you haven't already seen before, Dawn has a YouTube channel. I'll put a link down below and you can go and check it out. Also check her out, Stitch Basil, on Instagram and Facebook, as well as FrostyXStitch for her Instagram account, so you can see what she gets up to with her stitching. Okay, bye.